He's a star already, even if he doesn't get the gold.
Abebe has fought a lot of battles to be part of this Australian team.
In a Brisbane gym, Abebe Fakadu is writing another page in a life story full of adversity and triumph. In September, he will go where as a child he never imagined, Beijing, for the Paralympics.
I never expected weightlifting. I never expected to represent, Australia and Paralympic and weightlifters. But
to appreciate where he's headed, you first need to know where he's from and the journey.
I came from in Ethiopia. It's north side.
Their mortal enemy, Ethiopia's president.
In 1974, a military junta seized power and established a socialist state. Decades of turmoil followed. Abebe Fakadu's father was a small businessman and became an early victim.
My father executed in 1997 by dictator government. I was 8 years old, and that is horrible time. Always is my memory. My mother had struggled to raise children, and all our assets and property took by dictator government.
His mother died, probably of cancer, when he was a teenager. But there was more hardship to come. In his 20s, he went to a political rally that led to a police chase and a crash that left him a paraplegic.
Before that, I was in prison twice, and I had warning. That's the last chance. Yeah, I went just to escape, and it's a police car crash, and my car is top of me.
Today, he gets around in his wheelchair and his car. But immediately after his accident, he was spirited away to Italy, then made his way to Australia because his sister was here. He and his brother claimed political asylum and were detained at Villawood. After a few weeks, Abebe Fakadu was released. His brother wasn't, and after months inside, gave up and left Australia. But life outside the wire wasn't easy for Abebe Fakadu as he tried to live on a bridging visa.
He had no access to any social services or any settlement services that other refugees have access to. He had no money to pay his own rent, no food to eat, no transport, nothing.
One day he came here for help, Brisbane's Refugee Claimant Support Centre. That visit was the birth of an Olympian.
We also helped him with transport, wheelchair expenses, and paid his membership to the sporting wheelies after a volunteer suggested he should really benefit greatly.
She asked me, would you like to go to gym? And I said yes, but I haven't seen a gym what it's like.
He went into powerlifting, partly because he didn't have to buy anything.
When we first saw him, he was quite thin and a little bit undernourished.
But national coach Ray Epstein has watched a champion emerge.
The Ethiopian-born lifter only became an Australian citizen on Friday. Today he lifted almost 3 times his body weight to claim Arafura gold.
Now he's in the world's top 10 for powerlifting and off to the Paralympics.
I always felt that if we could get him over the line in terms of being accepted as an Australian citizen, that he would go on to achieve great things and represent Australia.
That's the good thing that's happened in my life. That's to become Australian.
We should be ashamed of what we've done to people like Abebe, and in particular to him.
And yet he's very proud to be in Australia.
Yes, because he's grateful. He sees it this way. It's not the fault of the community. This is politicians that have thought up rules that they thought would work.
Competing for Australia is a way to give back.
Also, it's the best country in the world is Australia.
Just as they did in Athens, the world's best will gather in China to live out the Olympic motto of faster, higher, stronger.
Australia!
When Abebe Fakadu takes his place in the ranks of athletes, his heart will soar for Australia and not Ethiopia.
No, not at all. Many my community or other people, they ask me, not at all. No.
How come?
Because it doesn't matter where you come from or you're born. It doesn't matter is how they respect you, how they treat you. All I get is in Australia. I didn't have any money, I didn't have anything. So I feel just I have to represent Australia.
I'm quite confident that he'll be in the top 5 or 6 in the competition on the day.
Go Abebe.
Pablo Picasso has been called the greatest artist of the 20th century. This week, the Picasso and his collection exhibition opened at Queensland's Gallery of Modern Art. It features 30 of Picasso's masterworks and one